back to my YouTube channel, and we're back with another video at It's Talk Like. So let's get into this. Okay, so the topic today is going to be about relationships. Okay, so I mean, a lot of people have been interested in my relationship with my husband now, and just how like we've been able to stay together for a long time. If I had any relationship advice and any advice about marriage, even though I haven't been married for that long and like just a couple of months, and I'm just like getting into the game, I can just give y'all a few tips of what I have now. And like I'm still on this journey myself, and yeah, so let's get to it. Okay, so first I would just like to talk about how me and my husband met, and how did that go and everything, and how I knew he was for me. Okay, so there's a lot of people going out here in relationships, and we think a guy is for us, and we think, okay, he's the one, and like a few minutes, few months, few weeks later, we see him either entertaining somebody else, or we see ourselves not even liking him no more, or we was never really interested. So how I knew my husband was for me, and how I like just knew, okay, that was mine. Like from just looking at him, I was like, okay, that's mine, and I'm gonna get him. So okay, so I was like 18, and I went to the gym a lot with my stepdad. Like I always used to go to basketball with him. Every game he had, I was there. Anything he went to, they went basketball, anything, I was there, because I just loved watching basketball. I loved the people he hanged around, and I liked making new friends, and I was just more like interactive and outgoing with people that he hanged around, because there's like real nice, cool people. So just one time, I always used to go to a gym, and it was in Alvin, and I think they call it the Alvin gym, and I always went there like after band practice, after school, weekends, whatever, when I was like bored and didn't have nothing to do. I always went there. So this one day I decided to go, and I just noticed somebody there. I was like, who is this guy? Like I didn't know who he is. Like I never saw him there before, and everybody was like, he's always here, he always here. I'm like, since when? Like he must be here when I'm be at band practice or whatever, but I never seen this dude, and I'm always here. So what are y'all guys talking about? He's new. And everybody's like, no, he's not new, he's always here, he always been here, he always plays here. I'm like, okay. So I went to my mom, and then I was like, Mom, do you see this guy? And I told my sister, my older sister, and I was talking to my mom, and I was like, yo, he is cute. And then my like the whole time I was like, man, he might be a hoe, but I still want him. Like he's gonna be mine. And then my mom and my sister thought it was crazy. Like, no, he's not. You're not gonna get him. I said, watch. I'm gonna get him, and he's gonna be mine, because that boy right there is just meant for me. Like he is like just looking at him. I didn't know him yet. I never talked to him, but just like glancing at him and watching him play basketball, I was like, that's mine. Like that is my person. That's who I'm gonna be with. I don't care if he got a girlfriend or not. He is mine, and I'm gonna take him. That's exactly what my whole attitude, my whole mood, and everything. When I talked to my sister and my mom, I was like, that right there is mine, and that's it. And that's it. I don't want to hear nothing else. That's mine, and I'm gonna get him. Watch. So, I was like, I was really ready to be a hoe, because if he had another girl, I was in my mind saying I was gonna snatch that, because he was just meant for me, and I was on that. Okay, so you have to play the smooth game. You got to be smooth with it, like the guys. Like the guys be smooth. So I was like, okay, so I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna play basketball, because I always play basketball. It was like Josh, someone's there, and I always play with them. Me and them is like real cool, the boys that be there. So it's like, okay, so I'm just gonna go play with them, act like I'm playing basketball, so I can get his attention. And I was getting his attention now. I was getting his attention and everything. So I was like, I'm doing something good. And, play with them. We was all playing, and, you gotta talk that girl that girl trash when you're like, oh, I can play better than you, you can't beat me, and watch this, I got this, whatever. So a few minutes later, I was planning on doing, after I interacted with him, I forgot how long I interacted with him before I did to be honest on Facebook. I can't really remember, but it wasn't really long, probably the next day or 2 days later, something like that. So I did to be honest on Facebook, and I did it so because I noticed we was friends, because I asked my cousin DeAndre if he had a girlfriend. He was like, no. And then I was like, oh, okay, good. And then I just did to be honest on Facebook, and here he come a few minutes later, like it. I was like, oh snap, I'm just stopping doing everybody. I'm not even doing no more, to be honest, no more. I'm just gonna, you know, I'll just delete that post because I was on him, okay? And then, so we was talking, you know, laughing, joking, you know, being cool friends or whatever. And then, so my thing was how I was able to get his number was, I was like, okay, well, I'm tired of talking on Messenger on Facebook. I'm not gonna be active like that on here anymore. So if you don't have a girlfriend, then you can get my number, or can I get your number if you don't have a girlfriend? And then he was like, I don't have a girlfriend. I was like, okay, let me get the number. Yeah, this is so funny because I really love telling my story of how we first met, because it's just like, I don't even know, it's just like a movie to me. Like when I first saw him and all that, it was just like, yes, I was gonna get him, and then I got him. And everybody was just like laughing at me when I told them. It's like, y'all remember when I told y'all I was gonna get him? Okay, now look at me now. We're married, and that's on that. Period. Okay, because that was mine when I first saw him, and I just knew he was gonna be mine. I don't care what anybody else has said, thought, or what he did to anybody else, or what he told them. It's mine now. I don't care. Okay, so that's our little love story beginning. That's how we met. That's how we got together and not being together for years now. Me and my husband just had a discussion because I thought we've been together longer than we actually have been together. So I'm not gonna even say how long we've been together, because I'm just gonna probably say the wrong number, and then me and him just gonna have the conversation later and be like, we haven't been together for that long. And I'm like, well, it feels like it. So, but we've been together for a while, and to be honest, throughout relationship, when you get a relationship and you actually know that's your person and you really stick to that person, and like literally, like, it's not like, okay, so if he does something bad or you do something wrong and you feel like, okay, I'm breaking up with you right now and I don't have time for this game, because you gotta know what's right. You gotta know when enough is enough, and you gotta also know when that person is really about you. Okay, so you can always know when a guy is like playing around with your emotions, or like he's like literally don't have time for you. So I always say this, and my stepdad has taught me a very good deal, and I'm so thankful for that, because he's really taught me about men, because he's a man himself. So if a man can't, and my mom, so if a man can't take time for you to come out to you and like really be on point with like reaching out, and like you always reaching out to him, because you know, females, sometimes we really have to reach out to dudes and be like, okay, well, I'm still here, you know, like, hello. Because at that point you always think they're entertaining somebody else, or they just don't have time for you. Well, I'm saying that a man is always going to put time in for you, no matter what. Like, no matter what, he's always going to put time for you if he's the right person for you. Because if he's showing you, okay, I really want this person, then I am going to put the effort into this person. I'm really going to like put my all into this person. Whatever she's doing, like, I want to be there. Like, if they want to be to everything, they want to bring you things out the blue. Like, my husband, he used to just like walk up on my porch or whatever, and I just told him, I'm like, okay, babe, I don't feel good, I feel like I'm sick or whatever, or like, I really want to just get out the house, or I'm hungry. Next thing you know, open the door, and there he was with flowers or whatever, just to brighten up my day, make me smile, whatever. He was always there. And I never in my life, I never had a relationship, I never had a boyfriend, but the people I talked to never would just show up for me like that. Like, never. Like, I didn't even have to tell him to come. or anything. He would just pop up when he felt like it, when he wanted to, and he would support me. Like, I would just say, okay, I'm having a bad day and whatever, and he would be there knocking on my door to make sure I'm okay or whatever. Like, our parents used to get tired of us because we either never used to be home, they never got time to spend with us and whatever, because we were just always together. Like, there was no separating us. There was no, okay, can we spend time together? Nope. Oh, I already had plans with him. And my mom was like, Lexi, do you ever, like, do you want to spend time with us? Like, it just got to that point where, okay, y'all still matter, but not that much no more, because I gotta get him. Like, I was like, you know, and I'm gonna say, yeah, so if a man doesn't put his time into you and like genuinely shows that he cares about you from the jump start, then right there and then it tells you that you wasn't really meant for each other. Like, as well, he told me that he had this dream about me, and that's how he knew I was the one or whatever, even though I still thought that was some type of pulling game. Like, you know, he just said that just so he could get me. But at the same time, like, I'm just like, oh, or whatever. But I would also say that don't rush. Like, don't try to rush yourself into the relationship, especially if you know you're not ready. Like, if you already know that, okay, at this point in life, I'm not ready, I still want to play, I still want to party, like, I mean, life, like, I need to go enjoy my life or whatever, without having to, like, depend on anybody or worry about how this person feel, or like, I don't need it. I'm too young, or I'm tired of, I don't need to be taking care of people or worry about what they have to, like, think, or worry about if they're eating or not. I just can't take on that responsibility. Then go have fun. Like, this is not a video to where to say, like, go ahead and jump into a relationship or go find your guy. No, this is where I'm trying to say, like, you know when somebody is your time, or you know when, like, it's your time to go and have fun. So if you really is not ready for a relationship, and you tried it 1,000 times and still hasn't worked, that doesn't mean that a relationship is not for you. Everybody has a person out there for them. I don't care if it's whatever role you're in, whatever role you play, bisexual, lesbian, whatever. There's somebody out there for you. You just either ignoring the fact of it, like you're ignoring the person that was standing in front of you, because that's what I feel like we always tend to do. We always try to ignore the person that was there for us, and like you sitting here praying and asking God for this, and you asking God for this man or whatever, and that man you were asking for probably isn't the one for you. So the same time you're going out there trying to get a guy that fits what you want, that fits your description of a real man, that's the same description that's probably the man that's not for you. Because if God doesn't want that man to be for you, then he's not going to have him for you. And if you decide to get him anyway, then he is going to make sure he is removed out of your life, because that's not what he has in store for you, and that's not what is on your journey to where he wants you to be. So then you have this other man here who has been trying so hard, desperately trying to get in that position and be that man for you, and he's the one texting you, he's the one FaceTiming you, he's the one calling you, he's the one coming to your door, and when you're sick, or he's the one always like being there for you, and just like jumping from work or out his bed, or what he's doing, playing whatever, just to come to your need. But this whole time you've been brushing him aside just so you can try to figure out what type of man you want, or try to just make up this whole human being that doesn't probably even exist in life. Because you want him to be perfect, you want him just to be on top of everything, and there's no man out there like that, because no man is perfect. No man, I'm saying that, no man is perfect. Every man is a human, just like you are human, and you know you may miss some mistakes, and you will make mistakes, so you gotta let him do all his mistakes too, because every man is flawed. You are flawed. So y'all just need to stop having so much. I mean, it's good to have high expectations, but at some points you got to stop it, because you might have too high standards to where nobody is meeting, like literally. And then when you find that man that meets most of your standards or your list, and then, oh, he slacked once, you cut him off, the problem was that you're hurt because you decided to be too stubborn or whatever you want to call that and throw that person out the way. So I feel like we always blind somebody. Not have a blind spot. You always put that person in your blind spot because you don't want to ever even think about being with that person, because either, oh, that's my best friend, or mess up a relationship, or I don't want to like, you're just my work buddy, I just don't want to be with you because your looks or the way you act or something about you that I just just don't like, or I just never like paid attention to it. Or you just go off what your friends say and be like, oh girl, you deserve somebody better, or you just need this or you need that, whatever. So I feel like that right there is a big thing too. Like, don't let your friends or your family come in between like who you want to be with. Okay, so when I say don't let your friends and family come between who you want to really be with, who is ready for you, is because everybody's going to have an opinion on who you're with. Everybody's going to have opinions. Everybody's going to be like, okay, I don't like this person for this reason, and I don't like this person for that reason, and you should be with this person. Family is being family. They want to protect you. They want to make sure that what they see in a person is like somebody they want you to be with, even though not all the time what your parents want for you is what you want for you. And sometimes you gotta stop living your dream to live your own and be your own person, because relationship always brings out a personality in a person. Like, they either bring this jokey, energetic side, or they'll bring this laid back, cool guy, or whatever. So I think every relationship brings out a side of a person that you just haven't explored yet, or you need to explore, because eventually sometimes people ain't gonna like what they see, and they'll be like, oh, you changed because you met him, or you changed because this and that. No, I haven't changed. I just never explored that part inside of me. That personality has not yet to come forward, and I haven't yet been able to express that feeling because I never like experienced it before. So I feel like it's when people say that, it's not that you change or whatever, it's just that side of you that you have not yet to explore. Okay, so people might be, oh, you're sad all the time or whatever, or because you're in like a relationship you don't want to be in. Okay, that's different. But if you're out here being more happy, being more jokey, being more protective, or being more whatever, it's because there's a side in you that just comes out because, the experience you've been through are things that you're just like, if you're not excited when you get into a relationship, if you're not on like happy to even talk about the person you're with, like how y'all saw me just cheesing up in the beginning of the video just because I was talking about him, it's because like that's how like you're just instantly in love with somebody. It's not even not instantly in love, because you could say somebody's name is small all the time, but like I can't stop smiling every time I tell that story. When somebody asks me about that story, I'd be like, okay, let's go. But I feel as if like, don't let family or anybody just come in and just ruin what you have, because at the same time, like, listen to them, but at the same time, you just still got to follow what you think, what you believe in, what you feel is right for you. Okay, so also, like, don't try to rush into nothing, because at the same time, like, you still do need to live your life. Okay, you still do need to live your life. I hate when people say once you settle down with somebody, or once you commit yourself to somebody, or even to a certain type of life, that your life is over and you can't live life anymore, or you have to live up to these certain expectations. No. Okay? No. Because okay, so when you're in a relationship, don't think your life is over just because you want to commit to somebody. When you commit to somebody, do everything you wanted to do single with them. If they don't want to do it with you, then do it yourself. Just let them know, okay, well, I know some people be like, I don't like asking permission, and I shouldn't have to ask permission because what I want to do. You don't have to ask permission from nobody. You're grown. If you're grown, then go. Just tell them, okay, I'm going out whether you want to or not. Bam. Go out. Or I don't want to hear them out when I come back. Well, if they didn't want to have fun and they don't respect your wishes, or they don't want to do the things you want to do, they knew who you were, they knew your personality. If you're a singer and you want to go sing up on the audience or whatever, or you want to go tell jokes, you want to dance, and they're just not there because they don't want to go in there, not supportive, then that's their problem. They just with the wrong person, and maybe wrong person, wrong time, or you know, whatever. But you can still have fun with your person. Like, y'all can go travel if you want to rob a bank, or you rob the bank with them. Like, if you want to go shopping with them. Like, if you want to go to parties, go to clubs, go parties and clubs with them. If you want to drink and just be with your girls, go be with your girls and let him be with his guys. Like, just do things, but do it together. Like, just make it better. Like, being with a person, doing things with a person is better than doing it by yourself. I mean, like, go, if you want to go get your nails done, get him a manicure, pedicure, whatever them thing called. We get your feet done, get his hands done. Some people think that's gay, but when you're taking care of yourself, like, it feels good. Like, it just feels good. It might be weird at first, but especially to men, but it is like real good to take care of yourself. Like, take him shopping, and y'all go shopping and go to dates and just make up dumb things and go to skate rings and velocity, and just do things that like you wouldn't even see yourself doing, because at this time you're done out your box. Your person, this whole different personality is coming out. Like, not only are you just like want to do everything you wish you could do by yourself, it's just like you got this at a person, like, okay, this is my ride and die. So if I fall back or something happened to me, then this person's gonna pick me up. Okay, so you don't even have best friends anymore. You have girlfriends, you have girls you talk to, you have like close friends. Like, I have really close friends. I have like 2 females, well, 3. I talk to them on a daily basis or whatever. But at the same time, like, my man comes first. Like, I don't care, my man comes first, because that's my best friend. He's my ride or die, whatever. But at the same time, when he's not my best friend, they are my best friend, okay? They're my best friends. But that man right there is like, he's the true OG. Like, he is like my best friend. Like, anything, like when I come home, he even get tired of me talking. Like, I'd be like, I like, babe, blah 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 blah. I just be telling him everything, because when I talk to him, it's just like he's my journal. Like, I be like sometimes trying to write journals, because you know, it's so good to get your thoughts out and whatever, your feelings, whatever, because you know, you don't want to tell people everything or tell certain people stuff, and you just like, I need to release this, and then that's your way of talking to God or whatever, however that goes. And like, I can't even keep a journal, because I would tell him literally everything, like every single thing, everything. like literally everything, like on the toilet type everything. Like, I tell him everything, because that's my best friend. And like, I don't know what I would do without him. And that's another thing. If you come in that moment of time to where you really can't see yourself waking up to that person, and like, just like not having them in your life will hurt you, or like, you don't know what I mean, not all the time now, but because some girls be out here and they get in a relationship, like, oh, I don't know, like for a week, and they be like, oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do without him, and they're just crying because he leaves them. Like, that stuff right there, y'all need to cut that out, because that don't be making no sense. You didn't even know him to be crying like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, nope. Because I really don't even remember crying over nobody. Like, how I would cry if I was to lose my husband. Oh yeah, well, he ain't going nowhere now, but when he was my boyfriend. But yeah, because he tied now. Yeah, I got that thing unlocked. You can watch this, but like, what's but yeah, so don't rush into a relationship. Don't let parents or friends or any type of family come in between what you want. Don't let nobody tell you that you're acting different because you're in a relationship. And always be open-minded to another person. Like, you can't jump into a relationship and just try to strictly like do everything your way. You have to be open, like, mind. You gotta, I mean, you can't just act like you're single, because if you acting like you're single, then hey, go be single, because at this point, you don't have time for that. Like, because if you want to act single, then we can be single. You understand what I'm saying? So when you're in a relationship, don't act single. Do not act single, because whatever you're doing, involve that person into what you're doing. Don't always leave them out. Always, come up with stuff to do. Like, when you're bored, okay, if you're studying for school, you got schoolwork or you got things to do, then yeah. But don't ever leave that person out. You know what I'm saying? You don't always have to include them, but at least be aware that, okay, I'm not single, so I do have a love life. Because if you sit there and you act single because you think you got too much to do and you don't have time on your hands, and then when this person is just gonna start slipping away from you, and then you're gonna be like, why are you doing this to me, and whatever, and the whole time you wasn't getting no more attention, you wasn't doing what you were supposed to do on your part, and just like showing this person away, then you can't blame them for feeling the way they did, because at the same time they feel like they were single, so they go on and do what they want to do at the same time, when you sitting here just ignoring the fact that you do have somebody. Because there is points where people do get busy, and we have life, and we just don't have time sometimes to check on certain people. We don't have time to like worry about how somebody else feel. We don't have time for a lot of things. But at the same time, if you want to be in a relationship, you gotta be like, because you look at your phone all day, every day, like probably every hour, whatever, you look at your phone. So if you look at your phone and you pay attention to everything else, and you're actually done with your schoolwork, and your man is sitting there hitting you up, how's studying going, and how's this going, and are you okay, do you need anything, you're just sitting here wiping over his messages or whatever, just because you want to be on TikTok, or you want to look on Snapchat and see what other girls are doing or whatever. Cool, that's cool. But don't be mad when he's doing the same thing. He sees your messages and he's not realizing, okay, this girl be on social media and doesn't hit me up when I hit her back up thing, and then he starts away. That's not, you can't be like that, because if it was vice versa, us girls, we go fool, we get our emotions real deeply, and that's not cool. It's just not cool. You have to be fair, okay? You have to be fair. The same way you want to be treated by him, you got to treat him the same way. Because if it was to happen to you and it was the other way around, then, if it was the other way and he was doing that to you, then you just throw him away. Because at that time, it's like, if I'm sitting here reaching out to you to make sure you're okay, and then you're not, then what am I doing? Okay, so what age I would say somebody should start dating? I wouldn't even require a date for that, because you have to do it on your time, when you're ready, when you feel as if, okay, I'm ready to date somebody. But I believe when you first start to date somebody, let your parents, your parents be involved. I mean, not like involved, but like be excited to tell your parents, like, okay, this is my first date, I really like this boy or whatever. And at the same time, like, you shouldn't let nobody stop you from dating or whatever, or liking somebody. Nobody can stop you from liking somebody. And but sometimes parents fail to realize is if you tell somebody no, you can't be with nobody, that's just gonna make you want to be with somebody even more. So I just think it's better when you get on that road with your parents and be like, sit down and be like, mom or dad or whatever, I really have something to tell you. And just be like, I really like this boy, and I don't really know how I feel yet, but I think I really like him, and I think he's cool, and I want to date him, whatever. But at the same time, like, don't just like throw yourself out there to any man or female just because you just like them. Because at the same time, you just liking somebody isn't even like, because sometimes when we just like people, we really get emotional. And when you just like somebody, don't even add any emotions, because you don't know if you really like this person or not. You just said that because it's how you feeling. Sometimes we do what we feel in the now, and that just messes up. Because if I see, when I saw my husband for the first time and he was real cute, that's because I was feeling that right then and there, and I was like, oh, I feel like I love him. Like I just left him off the jump. And it was because I was feeling then. Like in that moment, that's how I felt. Okay, say as if like just in that moment, I don't know, I was in my emotions, whatever. You know how us females get. Sometimes men do get in their emotions now, they really do. And they be like, oh, I like this girl this day, and I like this other girl this day, and I just want this girl back, and I just, yeah. So we all be there, been done that, whatever. So it's like if I was to then talk to him and I'm like, oh, I don't really like him like that. It was just something I was just interested in at the moment. So if you do that and you're just interested in a person because you just see them, or you just interested because of one thing they did, I would say don't try to get your into your feelings. Don't be like, oh, I'm attracted to you, you're whatever, I want to be with you. Don't even try to be like that, because at the same time, that's opening doors for you to get your feelings hurt, because the feelings have to be mutual. You can't jump into nothing and then this person only feels 10% of how you feel. So you feel 100%, but I'm like, oh yes, this is for me. And this person be like, I don't know, yeah, I'm still, thinking about it, still exploring. Then boom, your feelings hurt, because you was like, oh, I thought he liked me, I thought he was the one for me, or whatever. So I feel like you should be more open, but at the same time so protecting yourself. So you still have to protect your feelings from people out here, because it will get hurt. People love to play with other people's emotions, because some people only want one thing, and you just gotta watch out for that, because them same people, it hurts. I'm telling you, this really hurts when you tell them no, okay? But and them the people you will really tell when they are like that, because I have been with a couple of people who've been like that, like talked to but not really even been in a relationship with. But there's people out here who desperately hurt you just because they want one thing, and once they get that one thing, then they treat you like they don't even know you. And when they can't get that one thing, they kind of slide you along, and they'll be like, okay, I'll just keep her because I know she's a keeper, and I know she'll make me look good, and I know if I need her, she'll be there. So you really gotta pay attention to them, because they are really not good for you. They're really not good for you, because the same time as you playing mommy figure, mommy role for them, they're in another girl's phone or whatever. So just cut that off, okay? Just cut it off. Okay, so I already talked about how don't let family and friends come in between your relationship of who you want to be with. Don't let other people tell you that you act weird or different because you're with somebody who brings out a side of you or a personality out of you, because you have yet to explore. Don't let people tell you who are not to be with. Don't rush into no relationship. Watch out for people who will just want one thing, only one thing, or they actually won't do the time they need to be into your life. Take the time they need to be in your life, and just like pay attention to who you're talking to. Don't bother anybody if you really are not ready to be in a relationship. I don't know what's wrong with people when they can't just be like, some people are up straight, but most people are not up straight and be like, okay, I just want to do this and that's it. Like, I only need you for this and that's it. Like, if you just want to play, then tell me, I just want to play, or I want to have you as a physical girlfriend, but I want to have somebody on the phone so I can talk to when you're not around. Why is that so hard? Because I believe there's women out here for people like that, and there's men out here for people like that. So if you're not ready for a relationship, find somebody who's not ready for a relationship and they just want to play. So I feel like just watch who you get yourself involved with. Actually, don't get attached to by somebody so fast. I got attached fast. I really did. So it's like, I see you, that's mine. So I really did. So if I had set myself up for failure, that was me. But y'all, God has sent me that man right there. And I'm just explaining this. Oh, you know how like when people be posting about or whatever, angels, whatever, they had the light come in, the whole spotlight. It was the whole spotlight on him. Okay, it was just like, get him. Okay, because if you don't get him, then you're gonna be a big mistake. So he was just for me, okay? And the Lord knows he put him there at the right time, the right moment, because he know he never be there. He don't be there because I always be there. So he put him there for me to grab him, and guess what? I didn't ignore no signs. I didn't even take no chances. I was just like grabbed, okay, snatched. I took that one, and then because I was not, but I feel sorry for myself and see him on nobody else's page and he have a whole nother woman. Nope, because that was mine. But so as well, you have to let people have a life. Like I said, like there's gonna be things other people want to do. You do stuff. There's a lot of things you can do in a relationship with your partner. You just gotta figure out what it is. Like you can't be boring. You can't be two boring people. You could be, one person could be boring, one person be like outgoing, excited, whatever. Them two people I always feel like clash together sometimes. And you could have two outgoing, funny people, like they clash. You can't be two boring people. I mean, unless you, I don't know, because I just can't. I can't, like, I have trouble being bored. I have trouble being in a quiet, silent room because I just want to talk, or I just, like, I need some type of noise because I just can't. But you really just have to find that person for you. You still could be a normal person. You don't have to have no limits on you, or you don't have to come to a certain expectation for everybody else. You can still live your life and do what you want to do in a relationship. Okay, so just because some people are scared of commitment because of certain things, I promise you it's not like what y'all think it is. If you really find that person that's meant for you, it's not like that. Yes, you're gonna have arguments, you're gonna have things that come in between your relationship, because stuff, when you're happy and you're in relationships, stuff is going to come and be thrown at you to break you apart. Stuff is going to be there for you to be like, I just want to give up, I don't even want this no more. But how do you expect to marry somebody and actually ever be married with someone if you can't, like, get yourself together and be like, okay, is this worth staying with this person for a long run, or is this like just not for me? That's what you gotta realize. Okay, so I'm gonna stop right there about my tips and stuff about relationships, because the main thing about relationships, we can lecture, you can like look up stuff and like try to get people to tell you how a relationship be and what's good, but it's a relationship that only fits like that person. Just sitting here talking to y'all about what to do, what y'all should be looking for, whatever, but y'all can't really just go based off with how I feel, what I think, or just my experiences, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like you just really have to have fun. You have to go out there, you really have to explore. You just need to like literally just let go, like and be more outgoing, and you just really need to go out there and have fun. Like, don't expect stuff, don't be scared. You still protect yourself, but at the same time, like, you still have to, you can't find a person until you go out there and explore different people, because you won't know what you're looking for, what is for you, or whatever. So don't just go up and look up stuff and like watch people's opinions, and then now you're changing how you feel because what somebody else said, what they've been through. It won't work like that. And I am not really going to too much really talk about marriage, because I really haven't been in the game that long, but I feel like I've been married to my husband since the first day I met him, the first week when we started living together. Yeah, so I really feel as if like I've been married to him, because we went through things that could have broke us, and we went through stuff that every other relationship goes through. It was just a simple fact that I knew I could get over it. I knew I could move on. He knew the things that I did that he could go forward, he could move on. It was the simple fact, like, are you grown enough to grow up and be with this person forever, or are you gonna let that one little thing limit y'all and bring y'all down and just break y'all apart? Like, you have to fight for your relationship, and you really have to work it out. You have to communicate. Like I said in my last video when I was talking about apartments, if you haven't watched my other videos, please go and check it out, because one of these hairstyles is in there, and if you want to know how to get this, then you got to go and watch it. But like, just like, you really have to like let go and just be yourself, because me and my husband both made mistakes, and we're still here. We're still pushing. We'll fight, kill for each other any type of day. We have a beautiful daughter, and like I always say, like, we was able to make a child. I feel like when you are able to like make a child, and like that's just y'all love, like how much love y'all put into each other to make and form this beautiful thing. And I always say, like, since you're not able to really express how much you really love a person, all that love is being made into a person, to where all that love is just like y'all really love this child, is because that's how much y'all really love each other to create her. If you understand what I'm saying. I always love to say that, because like if you have to be able to love one another to even think or even want to create something, another human being, like you created that, like y'all created that. And it's so, I think, amazing how two people who can have so much love for each other can just create beautiful people and like amazing people of their own. Like I think that's just so beautiful and amazing. And living the experience of living together and just like being out there on our own and just experience life together, like being knocked down together, being thrown under the bus, being slapped a couple of times, and just going through things together has made life so much better. And I can't really know how to explain things, because you will get punched in the face a bunch of times, not physically, like not literally, but by life and just in general, because you would never really know a person. I don't care how much time you could say, oh, I know that person from the hand in my back. You will really never know a person. You don't know what person's thinking every day. They can say one thing, but really they're thinking another thing. Like, just, it's fun to actually learn a person, just watch them grow and be like, oh, one day you was this type of person, next day you're this type of person. Like, wow, like I'm still learning about you. And like you really like there's so times, like to this day, like my husband or I might see my husband, we might see each other do things that we have never done before in our life. We'll be like, like what's wrong with you? And it's just like, it's always entertaining. Like it's always fun for me. Like my relationship, my marriage is just fun for me. It's like, okay, it's never boring. There's always something happening. Or when it is boring, it's not really boring, because I really be over exaggerating if I ever tell my husband that, I never say my relationship is boring, because it's not. But if I ever was to say that, I don't know, but I would never say that, because like it's fun. Like when I'm around him, I just can't not be jokey and just like play with him, slap him up, love with him. It's like I'm just like instantly attracted to him. Like I really want to be on him, all over him, talk to him, laugh with him. I want to see him laugh. I want to see him smile. I want to be joined into the things that he is doing. Like he could just come off work and I'm all over him, even though he wants his space and he, you know, a person just wants to relax. I can't, because as soon as I see him, it's just all smiles. I'm looking at him, I'm like, dang, like you are looking real fine today, and all that. So it's just like marriage is like real. I'm really loving it right now, and there's some stuff we have to grow in as together and as a couple, and there's still stuff we have to learn, because we're still young, and we're 3 years apart, if y'all wondering. And I don't play with these little boys. I like them grown. But I really love telling y'all my experience, how me and my journey was. But I'm not really trying to make this video that long, and I will update y'all if I have any other things to let y'all know. But that's it for now. Just make sure y'all are protecting yourselves, and like just being outgoing, and like don't hold back from nothing just because you see other things happening, other people doing things, and just because they're doing things that you're not doing doesn't mean you have to do it. Don't be a follower, be a leader. There's many things that I have not done yet, and I just want to and can't wait to explore my husband that I have not done yet by myself. And there's people out here telling me that you should do this by yourself, and you like committed yourself too early or whatever. I don't ever believe that, because I know that I found the right person for me. Nobody can know that but me. And that like I'm really committed to staying with him for the rest of my life. So yeah, and that's it before I keep talking. And I'll catch y'all in the next video. Please go like, subscribe, and comment on all my videos. And if you want to stay tuned and listen to me talk once more. And I really want to come up with a prank, and I have that coming up soon, so stay tuned. And I want to do some vlogs and stuff. I just got to figure out how to really do them stuff without having good equipment, because I'm really thinking I need a camera. And I'm just trying to get myself together, you guys, for y'all. And I'm really ready to do more stuff and, you know, have y'all come along with me, because I'm probably gonna upload this like tonight or tomorrow. And I just posted a video not too long, like 2 days ago, a day ago. So I'm trying to hit y'all back to back with these videos. And yeah, so stay tuned, and thank you for watching, and we out.
A queen if I ever seen one. Watching her like a movie, waiting for the rerun. Scoping her out, taking my time, trying to see what she about. I'm rocking with her swagger.